Okay, so now we're going to attach these two pieces together with these threaded rods. And so on each of the rods, in total, you need one nut. So this is a nut. You didn't know. So one nut on each side of the brace. So the rod will go through here. So you need one nut on this side, like that, and one nut on this side. And then that'll pass through the hole here, and then again one on this side, one on this side. So what we'll do is we'll attach them all to one side, one piece first, and then to the second piece. One thing to note, you want to make sure that your supports are facing the right way. You don't want them the wrong way. The way you can tell that you've got them the right way is on both of these pieces there'll be a center hole here. So you want the hole to be on the outside and the bearings on the inside. So here the hole is facing the left, which is what you want, and the bearings are on the inside. Again, here bearings on the inside, hole on the outside. If you get that wrong, it's fine, you can just take it apart, but it's quite tedious, so make sure you make note of that. So I'm just going to put this bearing on here, like this, and you can see here how the bearing interferes with the zip tie. So that's why we put the zip ties on before, otherwise it would have been annoying to put them in now. So we'll put this side. Okay, so you might be wondering now, how do we know how far apart to put these pieces? Do we put them really close together, really far apart? Well, the way we check that is with the top half. So this is why we build the top half of the printer first. So let me just grab the top half of the printer. And so this is the top half of the printer, and so we'll use this to check how far apart we need our base pieces to go. So we know that these bearings here hold our solid rods, our smooth rods. So we'll just insert those. There's one side, and we'll put it on the other side as well. And then these rods go into those holes I was talking to you about before. So these center holes here. And so you use those as your guide to know how far apart these two pieces need to be. So they need to be that far apart. So what we'll do is we'll put all of them on one side and on the other side, attach all the threaded rods, and then once we've done that, then we can slowly adjust according to the top half of the printer. So I'm just going to move this to the side. And we'll put the threaded rods on here. So we'll do the bottom here. There we go. We'll do this other half. And like I said, right now it doesn't matter how far these go in. But you kind of want this part of the threaded rod sticking out pretty much the same across them all. They don't have to be perfectly exactly the same, but approximately that's what you want. You can always adjust that later. Okay, there we go, and one more. There we go. So now we've attached all 4 threaded rods onto this first base piece. Now we can attach this onto this one. But first, before we do that, before we forget, we need to put nuts on here first before we attach it, because there needs to be a nut on the left side and the right side. So we'll do that first.